Hey loves, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you how to properly cut and sew this bubu dress with adjustable rope and straps. Here in this clip, the rope attached to snatch the waistline wasn't tied. And you can absolutely wear it this way if you don't want to snatch it. And on this clip here, I've already gone ahead to secure the rope to snatch this waistline. You can see the difference. So if this is the kind of video you feel like watching, please stay tuned, subscribe, and let's dive in. Now, I want to explain something. As a beginner, you should know the measurement that is required for this. So we have roughly 2.5 inches, but you are going to need about 3 yards maximum to make this dress because it's a short dress. And the length of the dress I'm going to make use of is my length, which is 35 inches. Okay, my dress length is going to be 35 inches in total. So take note of that and make sure to use the length you work with or your length. The next is hemming allowance. So I'm going to be needing 1 inch for the hemming allowance, which is basically on the down part of the dress. So just use 1 inch, okay? We're going to be folding by 1 inch. We are also going to be including the shoulder allowance. This allowance is going to enable us to join our dress at the shoulders, and I'm going to be making use of 0.5 inch for that. So I'll go ahead and add these 3 measurements together. So 35 inches plus 1 inch plus 0.5 inch is 36.5. I'll sum it up to 37 inches. Now, if 36 inches make up 1 yard of a wrapper, in case of this dress, 1 yard is going to be for the front and another 1 yard is going to be for the back. And that will make up 2 yards, which is the same measurement as 72 inches. Now, given the length of the dress I am making, for me, I'm going to be adding 1 inch to the front and the back of this dress, which is going to be 37 inches. And together, I'm going to have a sum of 74 inches in total. So let's calculate the details that covers the yardage of this dress. If you have 3 yards or 2.5 yards like me, you're going to need to allocate 2 yards for the bubu dress and then 1 yard for the facing, the rope, and the pockets. Moving forward, we're going to assume that this paper here is our African print fabric. So this is the yardage and this is going to be the 45 inches length. So I'll just go ahead and indicate that. So let's assume that this is our 3 yards of fabric, okay? And this other side here is the length, okay? So this is going to be the part where we have our 45 inches because most African print fabric comes in 44 inches to 45 inches length. To fold your fabric, go ahead and fold it on the rectangular side, which is the 3 yards. You're going to fold it into 2 equal halves on this length. You take note of this part because it's the side where the 45 inches length is folded. So after getting this fold this way, you're going to fold it into 2. Okay, fold it this way so that way you can have the front and the back of your dress. So this is going to be the 2.5 yards of my fabric. For example, it ends here and I'm going to have excess because that excess there is going to serve as the one for the rope, the pocket, and the facing. So this is what I have after I am done folding, and you are going to have this side as the back because you are going to be drafting from the top, and here we have the front. Now this folded edge is going to be the midpoint of your dress, and this part is going to be the top where we'll start drafting our dress from. And the first step you're going to do is to measure the length of your dress like this with your tape rule, and then also mark all your neckline measurements along this length. This is the part where we have our 36 inches, okay? And also the same thing applies to the back. Now you might want to add extra 1 inch or even 2 inch below the back length of this dress just to cover the butt. And I'm going to be making use of 37 inches for me. You can change yours to whatever length you desire. The reason why you need to add extra length to the back of the dress is because of the butt. If you have a big butt, obviously go ahead and add about 2 inches. But if you don't, just leave it the way it is, okay? So I'm just going to be making 1 inch for me. And if you don't get me, here is the example of what I'm talking about. Let's assume this is your bubu dress, for example. I'm going to have the front looking like this and the back looking like this. You can see that the front side is straight and the back is curved. And that will enable the dress to cover the bum properly. So right now, this is my Ankara fabric, and this is the length, which is 45 inches. And we're going to fold it into equal half like this on the wrong side. So we're going to be working on the wrong side, and this is the midpoint. Moving forward, I'm going to place my measuring tape this way. I'm going to take the total length of the dress, which is 37 inches. And I'll mark a chalk line, and from that part, I'm going to fold it one more time to get 4 pieces, which is the front and the back. That gave me 74 inches. Now I'm going to take the measurement for the neckline. I will take 5 inches for the width, and then from there I'll go inwards like this and measure extra 17 inches for the sleeve. Okay, so I'm going to have a sleeve continuation from that neckline. I'll go ahead and mark with the chalk line, and then I'll come downwards by 1.5 inch and also mark it with the chalk line. From there, I'm just going to connect it to that 5 inches mark we had on the neckline. Next, I'll go ahead and take a neck depth of about 3 inches, okay? So go ahead and connect it with a curve like this, just the way you see me doing, and that is it. And the next thing I'm going to take now is the sleeve opening. So I'll mark sleeve opening of about 10 inch, and I'm going to also have ½ inch for the joining around there. So I'll just go ahead and connect it with a chalk line this way, and then on this angle, I will just draw a short line this way halfway through and place my measuring tape this way, and also get what I need to get for my body measurement. So my body measurement I'm using is my hip circumference. I'm going to divide it into 4 equal parts and add 3 to 2 inches here for the ease and sewing allowance. So if you don't want it too big, just go ahead and add about 2.5 inches like I did. So I'm going to draw a straight line to get it running along the length, just the way you see me doing. And the next thing I'm going to do is using my curved ruler to get the curve this way, so that way it won't look pointed. So I'll just curve it this way nicely. And the next thing I'm going to do is to determine the pocket, okay? So I'm going to determine where my pocket sits. I'm going to be using the half length of my body measurement. So I have 17 inches, and from that part of the armhole, I have 6 inches, which is equivalent to what I just measured. Coming down from that 17 inches mark, I measured an opening of 7 inches for the pocket, okay? So this is going to be where the pocket sits. Pocket opening is about 7 inches wide. So go ahead and add ½ inch around it and just place your hand this way to draw out the curve and shape of the pocket. Okay, this determines how your hand sits inside the pocket, so you don't want to make any mistakes, especially when your pocket is being cut together with your bubu dress. So this is what I have after I am done drawing out the pocket. You can see it, and just checking it, it should be 4 pieces in total. So moving forward, I already measured the length, so I'm going to work on the back. Before that, I'm going to just add ½ inch at this part of the shoulder and draw out the line as requested. And we're going to have our sleeve extension as well. So our sleeve is going to have 2 inches extension. And cutting this out, we're just going to cut it on the ½ inch, and then I'll separate the front and the back and cut it out. So before cutting out the front neckline, I'll go ahead now and make sure that I draw out the neckline for the back. Okay, so our front neckline, we're using a depth of about 5 inches. I'm just going to duplicate that on the back as you see me doing. And on that part of the back, I'll place my measuring tape this way and measure 15 inches from that point downwards like this. Then I'll go ahead and use the ruler to connect it this way. After marking out the line, I'll just square it out this way. So we have a long rectangle shape sitting there, and I'll go ahead and curve it this way to achieve the curve on the back. Now I'm going to cut it out. Cutting halfway through, I'll go ahead and just draft the lower part of the dress, okay? So on the back piece, you're going to have a straight line like this if you don't have a bigger butt. But if you have a bigger butt, please go ahead and add 2 inches at most if you have a big butt, and 1 inch if you don't have that much big bum bum, okay? So for me, I added 1 inch, and I'm going to curve it this way to meet with the side of the front. Now it should look like this when you are done. So I'll go ahead and cut out the remaining pattern. And this is what it looks like. So I'll go ahead and mark this as the front, okay? And proceed to cut out the neckline. So this is the front neckline. Go ahead and just cut out like this. I'm going to set this aside and focus on the back. I'll also go ahead and cut out this part of the back we took. And then this is what it will look like after you're done cutting. I'll go ahead and mark it as the B for the back, okay? So The next thing I'm going to do now is just to go ahead and open it up. So this is what the front looks like, okay? And this is what the back as well looks like. I'm going to rearrange it and fold it again to cut out the facing. So place a rectangular fabric this way that runs along the length of the back. So make sure you have the folded part underneath the folded part of the back, and then all you have to do is just to trace out the curve the way you measured it, okay? So just trace it out this way to have the same curve on the facing. Take out the back piece and measure 1.5 inch here. You can measure as much as 1 inch, but I just used 1.5 inch so I don't fall short of fabric and trim later. Another option to get this is your bias strip. So get a bolder bias strip and that will serve the purpose. So go ahead and cut out the same facing you cut out for the front. And this is what mine looks like after I was done. So go ahead and place them this way, right side facing each other, and stitch by 1/2 inch on both sides. And also join the back piece and the front piece of the bubu dress on the shoulder. Now place your bias strip this way or your facing this way with the right sides facing each other. Go ahead and check which part goes to that of the front neckline and the back neckline using the shoulder joining. And also pin it all around the curve and then head over to the same machine to stitch it by 1/2 inch all the way around. So after you're done stitching, go ahead and notch all the curved areas just the way you see me doing, and you need to trim out the excess as well. So this is what it looks like after I was done. Place your dress upwards with the wrong side facing up and double fold the facing to about 1/2 inch and then pin it in place. I'm going to show you how to stitch it together with your elastic, and also cut the rope we're going to add at the top of the back. Here I have a long strip of fabric which is about 3 inches wide. I'm going to fold it into two this way, and then I'll have 1.5 inch, and the length is going to be about 24 inches. Then I'll cut out. Basically, you can have any length you want and desire for this. So I'll stitch it together with the right sides facing up. For you to make a loop which you're going to pass it through, go ahead and cut out a pointed edge like this, so that way you can place your thread this way. Make sure to double your threads about 3 to 4 times. Tie a reasonable size of knot on your thread and then place it this way in between the pointed edge, and then use your pins to pin them in place and take it to the sewing machine. Make sure your thread is sitting in the middle and stitch. When you're done stitching, you trim out the excesses and this is what you have. So for you to turn it out, you're going to pull in the thread and then you drag your fabric out from the inside out, okay? So you drag your strap out from the inside out gradually. This is what you're going to have. It's just a very simple way of turning out your loop instead of looking for a pointy, sharp object. Now place your dress with the wrong side upwards and measure from the neckline on the back side. Measure 3 inches, okay? And also do the same thing on the other side. This is where you're going to insert our strap, okay? So after you're done marking, the next thing you're going to do is to bring one of your strap this way and just look for the rough side, and then you go ahead and insert it on that mark you just made, and make sure to pin them in place. So that way when you are stitching the dress along the neckline, you stitch the strap alongside with it. After securing the strap, cut out a 0.5 inch elastic band using the quarter of your waist circumference. Let's assume that your waist is 30 inches. All you're going to be needing is about 7.5 inches, and then determine where you want to attach it on the lower part of the back. Now I'm going to mark half of 16 inches starting from the midpoint of this lower back. So altogether from this point to the other point is 16 inches, and I went ahead to stitch it first of all and proceeded to insert my elastic band. So you can use your needle and thread to still do this trick. So after you're done inserting, then you can secure it with your pins on both sides to prevent it from snapping back inside the casing, okay? Once they're done, you go ahead and stitch it and secure them in place. Make sure that they're already fixed, and then head over to continue stitching the rest. Now this is what I have after I was done stitching the strap to the neckline. You can see the effect the elastic band is given. So I will go ahead now and just like turn it on the wrong side for you guys to see how neat it is. So this is the strap for the back. I stitched it alongside when I was stitching the neckline, and that's just it for the backless part. Now let's head over to the sleeve. We're going to cut a sleeve extension of about 2 inches. I folded a long strip of fabric into 2 equal halves, and I have 2 inches on fold. I made the strip to be long because I want to just cut out the excesses instead of falling short of fabric. So go ahead and align it this way and pin them in place. Take it to the sewing machine and stitch it by 1/2 inch. Also repeat the same thing on the other side as well. Once you're done pinning, go ahead and trim out the excesses and then head over to the sewing machine and stitch them by 1/2 inch. This is what I had after stitching. I also went ahead to weave the rough edges and I have gone ahead to create the belt. So I'm going to attach it now on the waistline. So go ahead and lay it back on the table with the wrong side facing upwards. And then get the rough edge of your belt and just attach it very close to the elastic band on that waistline. So that way you can drag it to control the stretch. The essence of this rope is to control how loose or tight you want the elastic band to stretch on your back. So just pin them in place by 1/2 inch. Head over to the sewing machine and stitch it together. Next, you're going to fold it on the right sides facing each other so that way you can join the sides and shaping it up. So stitch by 1/2 inch all the way through the side and the pocket and finish it up on the lower side. So this is what it looks like after I was done. The only thing left is the hemming, so I'll go ahead and use the 1-inch hemming allowance to hem the lower part. And this belt here is going to be tied towards the front of your belly to snatch the waistline at the back. This is the bottom part of the dress after hemming. You can spot a difference between the front and the back. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video.